it's very point blank on what I'm doing, and I think it's kind of obvious exactly where the vote is gonna fall. I don't, except for Pat. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I think I convinced him. But we'll see. I mean, I know I'm gonna. I know I'm gonna like a player who makes a move, and that includes Haley if it doesn't work out. I think Haley's on my side. Pat might not be, but I would definitely vote for her over the returning players if she actually does try to make a move with us. So we'll see. But you know, hopefully this vote goes out my way. Either way, happy to make it to day 2. Proud of how I've done. Proud of the game I played, and hoping for the best. Hopefully the loan shark has a couple more bites to take of the returning players. That didn't make any sense.
I've heard both sides are saying my name from the opposite side. Like, one side is saying, you know, you gotta go Tim here. Or sorry, one side is saying they're saying your name. The other side is saying they're saying your name. And, you know, they're telling me I should vote Tim. They're telling me I should vote Brandon. There is no house to vote with anymore. And I just want to default to the vibes. So I don't trust Dennis, honestly. You know, he's been a loyal ally to me, but like I know he stays loyal to his allies. If he knows about all the shenanigans I've been pulling, then he might have decided, okay, well, that's it for us. And so maybe I just need to come clean about that next turn if I survive. This is my last dance. You know, it was fun to make it to day 2. I'm hoping they were just putting my name out there to get me rattled, and mission accomplished. You got me really rattled.
So I am voting for Tim. Tim, I think you're a fantastic competitor, and I totally understand your pitch about needing to make a move. But when Pat was talking about people being in a great position socially, I think that's me. I think I have a lot of influence over everybody that's left in the game except for you and maybe Haley, so I just gotta get you out here.
I think the vote, I mean, it is Tim here. As I've kind of said before, I feel good and bad in the game because I feel like I think I've set myself up with a lot of people who actually are saying they'd be willing to go to the end with me, but I think I've also been helping to push out the people that could be perceived as big threats, which I could also be next if I don't want immunity, but I have a tight alliance with Brandon and Sarah that I'm probably leaning toward keeping, but like Pat I think super trusts me. Like, could I betray them later? But anyway, a lot of Tim, your comments make a lot of sense. I think are very valid in your speech. I just think for myself, you're the biggest threat with the most differentiated game from myself right now, so you're the person I'd most be kicking myself if it went to the end with and lost, where if it was versus someone with a more similar game and they beat me out there. But I think kind of your idol play is the kind of standout moment of the season to this point, so I think you gotta go, even though I think you would have gone to the end with me potentially. So sorry, Tim, I really did in some ways want to work with you, but I just felt like this is what I had to do to move forward in the game with the most people who kind of break the least promises and make it to the end.
Hey, what's up, hello? I think this is Dubai, and that's okay. I made a mistake that I shouldn't have. Wisdom would have taught me better. Should not have won that challenge. Huge target on me. For what it's worth, I think Sarah has been loyal with me the whole time. I wish her the best. I think Dennis probably stuck with me to this vote just because strategically I think it's a little foolish of them to vote me out just yet. I think if they were playing it perfectly, they'd keep me along a little longer and then string me out. I think the other four are all under fire. I think they all sense that they're potentially getting voted out. Tasha was paranoid, Tim was paranoid, Pat was paranoid. I would not be surprised if they were like, we got to get Brendan out, we got to break up this triangle. We've been a little bit obvious with our communications lately, the triangle has been. So I'm voting for Tim. That's what everyone has told me that their consensus voting on. I don't believe it. I'm still gonna go with it. What else can you do though? So, unless there's a hidden immunity idol anymore. No? No advantages? Alright, well, I'll see ya.
Okay, this is probably gonna be, this is a tough vote. I don't know which way to go. I'm either leaning towards Tim or Brandon. I feel like getting Brandon out would be a bigger move right now, but Tim, if he keeps his word, said to me that if I do vote him out, which is probably not smart of him to say, that he wouldn't be mad at me, and still, if I made it to the final three, he would vote for me. So, oh, I feel so bad if I vote him out, though. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Tim. Maybe this time my Tim vote won't work. I just think that if I have to sit next to him in the final three, that he has a better case than I do as of right now. Tim.
There's 7 left. I think there's a tight group of 3 with Sarah, Dennis, and Brandon. Me and Tim tried to make a case to Haley and to Pat that they were going to be next out, and Dennis, Sarah, and Brandon are going to take each other to the end. I think this is my only play right now. Try to save Tim, keep some numbers on my side, and hopefully be back in the majority if